I want to preface my remarks by stating for the record that my evaluation of the superintendent is not a personal issue, but rather a professional one. The position of superintendent is too important to be decided by personal friendships rather than professional judgment. There's no more important goal in this city than improving our educational system. Each and every day, my service on this school committee for the past 7 years, I have kept that goal in mind. That being said, I'm not going to be supporting the successor agreement for Dr. Fischer at this time, and here are some of the reasons why. Overspent line items from the FY08 budget, a potential deficit in the current budget, and our transportation system, to name a few. We all talk about high expectations, and shouldn't we as a community have them? I absolutely agree that we should. Not too long ago, this entire committee filled out individual evaluation forms relative to Dr. Fischer's job performance. The following are some areas where the superintendent did not meet expectations by the entire committee at the last evaluation. He responds directly and factually to the school committee. Did not meet expectations. Submit to the committee reports from state, federal, and local governing agencies in a timely manner so that sound decisions can be made, not in haste. Did not meet expectations. Demonstrates the capacity to develop and subsequently manage fiscal resources consistent with school committee goals and school improvement plans. Did not meet expectations. Models ethical behavior, interacts with others in a professional manner, and accepts responsibility for his own actions. The same thing. Develops and executes sound personnel procedures and practices for the district. Promotes a climate of trust and teamwork in the district. Treats people fairly without favoritism or discrimination while demanding high performance standards. All of those are direct quotes from the evaluation tool that this committee dealt with approximately 6 to 8 months ago. Shouldn't we as a school committee address these deficiencies? Shouldn't the school committee expect from the superintendent of schools the following: to get accurate information, not to overspend the budget, to follow state bidding laws, to follow school committee directives, to have no wasteful spending, to report to the committee not only what's working, but what is not working in our schools, to be notified in a timely manner regarding budget shortfalls and positive balances in accounts that this committee is responsible for overseeing prior to action by the administration, and to get longer than several minutes before a meeting to review some very important proposals, as has happened over and over again in this district. I believe that we all deserve better.
And I, for one, for the last 2 years that I've been here, have seen the improvement that we have made going forward. And I truly believe that we're going to continue to make the improvement going forward. But I think it's important to understand that the improvement that we have made has been because of the staff and the support staff that we have in place, the teachers, the paraprofessionals, the principals, the administration, and the curriculum office. Now, I've said this time and time again, I think the most important position in this district is not that of the superintendent, but the assistant superintendent of curriculum. That's where the education takes place, is in the curriculum office. When we're making a determination as to whether or not we want to renew a successor contract or enter into negotiations with the superintendent, it's important to understand that the superintendent is in fact a CEO, a chief executive officer. And with that, we cannot just think about education. We have to look at all facets of his leadership style going forward and the way he's able to manage and lead this district, and that's something that I've tried to do. But unfortunately, I've seen a neglect to build and foster a partnership with the most important audience: parents, students, teachers, staff, and more importantly, building a partnership with this committee where we in turn have to make some tough, difficult decisions for our district. Dr. Fischer's leadership style has been described continuously to be bullying and intimidating, and which in my opinion eliminates any constructive criticism and stifles any challenging opinions or ideas staff or teachers or administrators may have in this district. There's also been a lack of communication across the board. The leadership style has had a severe impact on morale and has been costly to retaining great educators and leaders in this district. There has been a lack of accountability being forced throughout the district. One could even go to suggest that there are some mistreatments of employees that have gone without disciplinary action. I will not name those now. There have been increased grievances, which show his inability to ensure that union agreements are followed. Costly decisions have been made at the expense of students. And to his credit, he has removed politics from the politicians, but has failed to remove his politics from the district. There have been creations of jobs for specific people. There have been job descriptions that have changed to fit qualifications for individuals. Another factor that I looked at was the disregard for the role and responsibilities of the school committee. Time and time again, the school committee policies and procedures are ignored or are not implemented. Votes that this committee has taken have been arbitrarily changed by himself and the leadership team. Approved job descriptions have been changed or responsibilities eliminated without the authority of the school committee. Requests for information have been at times ignored, not given in a timely manner, or have not just been answered. His evaluation is average, and this district should not settle for average. We deserve better. More importantly, our students deserve better, especially when considering that we pay $180,000 for a leader, for direction. And that is the reason why I, for one, will not be supporting the negotiation of a further contract.
Screen the superintendent position. That was many years ago. Just it seems like just a few years back, but it's been a long road, I'm sure, for Dr. Fischer. He wasn't my first choice, and he knows that. We talk about it a lot. But he became the superintendent, and the very first night we had a meeting, he said to me, "Can we talk?" And I said, "Sure." And he said, we decided to have breakfast at the bagel shop. And I came out of there, I was practically dancing across that parking lot, because suddenly we had someone coming into the city to take over the school system who cared about the kids. I couldn't believe it.